Probably only watch this if you're up to date with the show because there might be some spoilers. But do me a favor and leave a like before you go. I find these theories amazing, some because they could be true and others because they are just insane. Those of you who have been subscribers for a while will know I have a soft spot for the insane, so if you're a fan of Insanity and Game of Thrones, I think you will enjoy this. King Robert was some kind of evil witch. They met him at the beginning of Season 1 when he rolled up with his medieval entourage like a king probably should. So he approaches the Stark family and every single family member he touched dies. He touches Ned, who is beheaded at the end of Season 1. He touches Kat, who dies at the Red Wedding. He touches Rickon, who gets shot dead by a psychopath. And of course Robb also dies at the Red Wedding. He doesn't touch Arya, Sansa or Bran, who as of yet in the show are still alive. We can only assume King Robert was some kind of witch who cursed those he touched. Imagine how many prostitutes he left dead because of this. It's a tragic tale. There is another Targaryen. This theory was drawn more from the books, and so this might be a spoiler for later in the show. In the show it seems Daenerys is the last living Targaryen, but some say Aegon Targaryen, son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Aelia Martell, survived. In the show the Mountain killed Martell and her children, which is why that head crush guy wanted to avenge them. The Mountain killed the child by smashing its head until he was unrecognizable. For this reason we can't be sure it was Aegon who was killed. In the books that probably wasn't Aegon because Varys swapped him with another baby and took him somewhere safe where he was raised to be the perfect king. This is said to be Varys' master plan to somehow put Aegon on the throne. Maybe Varys will betray Daenerys to achieve this, or maybe Aegon really was killed by the Mountain. Varys is a merman. And I said merman, not Mormon. That would be interesting, but no, apparently he's a male mermaid, which I had no idea was a thing, but okay. Mermen are said to exist in Westeros in faraway seas. There are countless references to them. Varys is from far away and in some ways is very fish-like. Early in Season 1, Arya appears to witness him emerge from a well leading to the sea, and that is strange for a human. When Tyrion threatened to have Varys thrown into the sea, Varys wasn't worried at all. In fact, he replied in a very merman-like way. The storms come and go, the waves crash overhead, the big fish eat the little fish, and I keep on paddling. Varys claims to have been castrated as a child, but this could just be his cover story. Everyone knows mer people don't have penises, they just have scales, or whatever, so Varys is probably a merman, just because. Daenerys will be a mad queen just like her father. When I say just like her father, he was a king. I mean, if he wants to identify as a queen, I have no problem with that. But I don't think he does. So anyway, Daenerys might go insane. The Targaryens were known for insanity. Centuries of inbreeding left them prone to madness. They interbred to maintain their ability to control dragons, which was linked to their genetics. So her father was mad. Her brother was pretty mad too. It would be no surprise if she also lost her mind. George R.R. Martin has a good understanding of power politics. He knows that power can corrupt and quickly. If Daenerys has even the slightest vulnerability to madness, absolute power might push her over the edge, and we could see her become a villain. Littlefinger has a secret child. Robin Aran is Lord of the Vale. Littlefinger had his father killed and then married his mother, and then killed his mother. He now acts as his protector and holds huge influence over the boy, but some say Robin is secretly Littlefinger's son. His mother was always in love with Littlefinger. It would have been easy for him to seduce her. People also note the similarities between the two. Robin is a small weak boy, just like Littlefinger was as a boy, but completely unlike the lord he is supposedly the son of. They even look more similar. His legal parents both had blue eyes, giving a 99% chance their child would also have blue eyes, but Robin has brown eyes. All things considered, I can see him being Littlefinger's son. There's an impossibly large giant. In Season 1, an old woman told Robb Stark that the sky is blue because the whole world exists inside the eye of a blue-eyed giant called Macumba. It's mentioned a couple of other times in the show. No one seems to actually believe the legend, but an increasingly popular theory is that the story is real and Macumba exists. There doesn't seem to be any reasoning or logic behind this theory, but a lot of people believe it. So it's amazing that this isn't the dumbest theory on the list. Jaime will murder Cersei. It's clear this season that they are growing apart. Jaime has changed a lot since the show began. He's more honorable than he was. Yet Cersei is, if anything, more monstrous and tyrannical. She's becoming more and more like the Mad King, who Jaime also killed. In season 5, a young Cersei visits a witch who predicted her future. The witch said she would be queen, but she would see her children die. In the book, the witch gave further predictions. As part of the prophecy, Cersei will be killed by her brother. That leaves only him or Tyrion. The second prediction wasn't included in the show, but that might just be to make her death at the hands of Jaime a plot twist. The Hound and the Brotherhood will slay the Mountain. So the Mountain is a massive knight loyal to Cersei. Very few people are able to kill him, one of which might be his brother, the Hound. The Hound was also loyal to the crown until he went rogue and abandoned service. He's done a bunch of random stuff and drifted around, but eventually teamed up with a group known as the Brotherhood Without Banners. It's an outlaw group loyal to whoever pays them. They are famous for never giving up on a job. They keep going until their task is complete. Before dying, King Robert paid them to kill the Mountain, in the books at least. The fact that the Hound hates him, and also the book storyline for the Brotherhood, means we could soon see the Mountain die. Varys and Littlefinger are secretly working together. Almost every major event in the story has somehow been caused by these two. They are both cunning manipulators with seemingly opposite goals. It appears that Littlefinger wants to gain as much power as possible for himself, and Varys simply wants stability for Westeros. Could they secretly be working towards one master plan? In Stalinist fashion, they both draw on the strengths of others to eliminate their rivals, and also in Bolshevik fashion, they appear to be building something new. Littlefinger is using chaos to destroy the current balance of power, and Varys is working to build its replacement. We know the two men admire each other and realize how dangerous they are. I don't think they are working together, but if they were, they could reshape Westeros in whatever way they like. I think Littlefinger will soon die though. Tyrion, Jon and Daenerys are all Targaryens and will ride dragons into battle. It's pretty obvious Jon is a Targaryen by now. Some speculate the Mad King had an affair with Tyrion's mother which created him. This would explain why his father has always resented him, even saying Tyrion wasn't his son. People note that the three seem to have bonded naturally, and that could be down to their common blood. Since Targaryens were known for being able to ride dragons, and since there are 3 dragons, it might be possible for each of them to ride one into battle. It was 3 Targaryens riding dragons who originally conquered Westeros. There is a prophecy that it will take 3 more of them to conquer Westeros again, just as the Targaryen sigil has 3 heads.